Greg Burke is the Vatican Senior Communications Advisor. He was just with the Pope at this final audience. Mr. Burke, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
Sometimes tone can be lost in translation. You heard this address. How does the Pope seem to you these last few days? What's his mood?
He's always been a very serene person. I knew him years ago as Cardinal Ratzinger, and we'd often put him to the test. He had a big job, a big doctrinal job, defending the Church, taking a lot of the hits for John Paul II. He was always very calm in front of the toughest questions. I see him now calmer than ever. He showed a little bit of emotion on Sunday, not too much today, although today was interesting. Beautiful speech. He ad-libbed on a couple points, and one was precisely about the weather, as you were mentioning before. He said, we're in the middle of winter, and let's thank God for the beautiful day we have.
This announcement was stunning, at least in terms of its timing, and it's opened up a raft of conspiracy theories about what was really behind this. Some people speculating that perhaps it's this dossier containing allegations of corruption on the part of some of the members of the church body. Can you confidently say that this Pope's decision has to do with his health and his health alone?
I take the Pope at his word. I think we should as well, and then there will be all the conspiracy theories. I mean, people sell novels at millions of copies with conspiracy theories. I take the Pope at his word. He's repeated now on several occasions, and you see it. I've watched him over the last 8 years, and I was very nervous at Christmas because I got a very good seat. You could tell he is slowing down.
Well, he cites exhaustion and the rigor of the job. Do you think part of that exhaustion, though, has to do with the burdens of the office that have to do with, let's face it, some scandals the church has faced?
There could be scandals in other different ways. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt that the job has a lot of weight, and it's not just precisely that you have to travel and you have to do this or that. It also has a moral responsibility, and he says that. He says physical and spiritual energies, and I think that's the kind of thing he's referring to.
Some people look at this resignation as a great act of humility, putting the institution above any one person. On the other hand, do you think in some ways it's left the church vulnerable? It seems this Pandora's box has suddenly been opened.
This is an interpretation. I add courage to humility, because courage, you're going, he's a traditionalist, and you're essentially going against tradition. But he's saying very humbly, we need somebody else, somebody with more energy to do this. And opened up a Pandora's box is the opinion of some, but it's really, he has faith. That's what he showed us today in his speech today. Above all, he has faith. This is not my church, it's not our church, it's the Church of Christ.
He's mentioned he wants to return to private life. He talked about his privacy this morning. Do you think we may literally never see him publicly again after tomorrow?
I'll be very curious. I think we'll probably catch some glimpses of him walking in the garden. That's my guess. But he is not the kind of person, when he says he wants to retire, he wants to retire. He's not the kind of person who's going to go on a book tour. He may continue writing, but he won't be doing book tours.
All right, Greg Burke, Vatican Senior Communications Advisor. It's good to have you right here in person. Thank you.